Well, you know what? I just saw another video on that same person. It was these four brothers right here. They're making comic on Vivek Ramaswamy, right? Being on the Breakfast Club, and here it is. I hear it again, right? Now this woman who was talking about, talking to Vivek about his service in the his past service and what qualifies him to run for president. Here it is, these four young brothers, right? And they were commenting. They were saying like, well, you know, yeah, you've been in the military, but this guy, he done all these things. He medicines. He made millions of dollars, and they're saying that, well, why wouldn't that qualify him to run for president, right? Well, here it is again. Like these guys are going at these four young black brothers are going in on a sister, and from the looks of these brothers, I can see they kind of young. They're pretty young. I think they still like in their mid 20s, early 20s. The sister here talking, I can say she's about in her late 30s. You know, um, she might be even be 40. I don't know, but usually it's not much of a difference between 40 and 37. And the way um, you know black people age. And anyway, she was just they were making comments about how can you go all the way back to eighth grade, commenting on this man Vivek running for president. Well, she really wasn't all that serious about saying that. She would just ask him, did he have any experience in running for office, organizing people, right? And they were like, going in on her like, hey, well, how you gonna ask a dumb question like that? Well, first of all, you have to see she was being sarcastic in the beginning. She was being sarcastic about when she asked him that question. Did he have any experience? Did he do anything in eighth grade? She really didn't really mean it. Was he doing anything in eighth grade? She was being sarcastic, fellas. She was being sarcastic, facetious. You know what I'm saying? When she asked him that question, because she said, "Wow, you want to bypass all these positions, you want to go past all these lower positions, then you bypass the mayor and governor. You want to go straight to the top, to president, to run, right?" And these guys here don't understand, right? They don't understand because they're still young. They still young, you know. And I was getting kind of upset because they were going in on her, right? And the thing is, you have to realize what's going on in the world today, right? Well, at least in the states, we have to understand what's going on. All right, it's all out on black people, all out on black people. They got rid of affirmative action. And I believe I mentioned that in the other video I had. I did two videos of the same conversation with this guy, this Indian guy, Vivek, who wants to run for president, right? And it's all out on black people, all out. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of affirmative action. What's next? What's next? You hear they brought back Jim Crow in Mississippi, right? And they're trying to get the other states to go along with it, and they're probably trying to get the right person to get into office. I'm pretty sure they're working on it. They're trying to get the right person to get into office to help push this Jim Crow thing back through. They're trying to recreate how it was back in the 1930s and 40s for black people. They want to we want to create it. And what are they gonna do next? They want to bring back slavery? Is that what they want to do next? Brothers, you got to understand this, man. You got to stop going on black people, going against us. We're the only race that go against each other. We're the only race. We are the only race that go against each other. Chinese people don't go against each other. They don't speak out about going against one another. You know, they don't. You don't hear Indian people or Puerto Ricans going in on one another. It's only us. It's only black people. Only black people. We are the only ones that going on each other. All right. Now you don't have to agree with everything that this sister is saying. I'm not saying you should agree with her, right? But to put down everything that she's saying, because her point of view is coming from closer to an elder than yours. All right. I'm looking at all your brothers up there, and all these four brothers, right? They're very young. They're very young, and I'm pretty sure they're in their mid 20s, no more than 24, maybe 25. One of them, right? But and they're speaking on opinion of her, right? You have to understand something. You have to understand something. Let me give you an example. The insurrection that took place, right, at the Capitol. All these people who thought they were doing a good thing by running in on the Capitol and breaking the windows and jumping in because they were incited to do so. They were incited to do so from Trump and Giuliani. They were incited to do this insurrection, right? And they went down there and they thought that, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take our country back. Nobody never took anything away from you. Nobody took anything away from you. But when they went in there and broke those windows and was tearing everything up, guess what? The rest of the world saw us and they laughed at us. They were laughing at us. How I know this? Because I was overseas when it happened. I was overseas. I was surrounded by Germans, Russians, Brits, Chinese, Koreans, and they were all laughing at the insurrection. I'm sitting there, I'm surrounded by them. It was a big TV sitting there, and I'm sitting there laughing. They were sitting there laughing, and I'm looking at them. I'm looking at all of them. They're just cracking up laughing at the insurrection. And I'm asking myself, what is so effing funny about that? What is so effing funny about that? You know what I mean? And it makes us look bad. It makes us look bad. And it wouldn't surprise me that after that insurrection, that's the reason why the United States is having this problem now with China and Russia and continuation with North Korea. All these problems are taking place because they're saying, well, you know what? These guys are fighting amongst themselves. Look what they're doing. They're fighting amongst themselves. If you were going to fight, take two gangs, right? And before these gangs could go in and fight each other, these two different gangs fighting each other, if one gang started fighting each other, they was fighting they was fighting each other, the other gang would sit there and laugh. They wouldn't have as much fear of going in to fight. You know what I'm saying? If there ever was any fear to go in and fight this gang, but all the fear of fighting this other gang, they're fighting themselves. So basically, you can sit back and just watch them destroy themselves, and then go in there and just finish them off because they're too tired to fight anyone else. They're too tired to fight the other gang who was sitting there watching them, because that one gang were fighting each other, and here it is. We're fighting each other, wasting all that precious energy fighting each other, right? When we should be fighting for something else. All right? Young brothers, you have to learn this. Stop going in on each other. We have to stop going on each other. All right? I'm not saying you have to agree with everything this young lady's saying, but you have to understand sarcasm when you hear it. Because when he said that he was running straight for president, she asked him, what have you done? He started talking of, well, I ran companies and I was a CEO and made millions of dollars and I did this and that. No. Are we talking about business? Or are we talking about politics? You said you're running for president, so I'm asking you, what have you done? You were just sitting around doing nothing. So that's what she was asking you. In other words, I knew what she meant. She meant, hey, well, look, what else have you done politically that qualify you to run for president now? What? And that's where she was going with it. But these young brothers were here was saying, well, what does that mean anything? What did I got to do with anything? Young brothers, you got to understand. When she asked that question, even when she went down to the 8th grade, did you do anything in 8th grade? right? You took it serious when she said it, but she was saying it with sarcasm. You know, you're probably too young to understand sarcasm when you hear it. All right? You're probably too young to hear it, to understand the language of sarcasm. When she said that, then she just went deeper down the rabbit hole by saying, you know, talking about her when she was in herself when she was in sixth grade, right? But
anything about that chief or something, bro.
you know, that's what she was. That's what she was doing. When she did that, she went deeper down the rabbit hole. She probably shouldn't have done that. She should have stuck to her initial sarcasm about did he do anything in eighth grade. She should have just stuck there. All right. Well, that's part of like talking and debating and stuff like that. Don't set yourself up to you know to take you in a different direction you want it to go in a conversation like this, a debate. But she she was being sarcastic when she asked him, did he do anything in the eighth grade? But you took it seriously. So young brothers, you have to understand what's going on. When the whole world sit back and watch us go at each other and fighting each other, basically we're just proving a point to other races who think bad about us. Indians, Spanish, Chinese, they all look down on us. But then, if things turn around, then you find everybody want to be next to us. They want to get what we got. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how it is. We have to stop going in on each other. We got to stop this. You will never see an Indian. You will never see an Indian person go against another Indian person for a black person. You will never see a Chinese person go against another Chinese person for a black person. You'll never see a Spanish person never go against another Spanish person for a black person. So why do we do it to ourselves for all other races? Why? Why is that? Why is that? Does Willie Lynch have anything to do with this? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Was it an economic reason why we do this to each other? I don't know. I really don't know. Brothers, I'll be honest with you, black people, I'm not sure if we'll ever get a chance to redeem ourselves to ourselves. I'm not sure if we'll ever be able to do this because we have so many problems on the inside of the black community and on the outside of the black community. We got so many fights. But the main fight we have to stop is the one that we have on the inside with ourselves. We have to stop this. We have to stop it. It makes us look bad. It makes us look bad. I don't know this sister, never heard of her. In fact, I never heard of you all guys either, all right? But I'm just looking at these different things and I had to make a comment on it, right? Because people just don't, young brothers, you just don't understand what's going on. You think you do. You think you do. You think you do, but you don't. You don't. It's all out war on black people. All out war. You saw what we was going through when Trump was in office. All right? And you seen what happened even when Obama was in office. I hate to say it. I was happy when he became president, the first black president. But the gays got something out of his election. Black people didn't. You know what I'm saying? I understand that Congress, stopped a lot of things from happening, what he was trying to do. I understand that. I understand that. So I just wanted to make a comment on this video. Y'all can check out the other video and see what you think about it, through the Breakfast Club. And just come with your own opinion. Think for yourself. Don't just follow what I say, how I feel about it. But think for yourself. When you think for yourself, you come up with your own opinion without other people giving you that opinion, then you're thinking for yourself. So do that and continue to live your life that way, thinking for yourself. Until next time, peace.